Hi everybody, it's Talk to Me Tuesday and it's Wednesday today, and I'm sure you've possibly already seen the video, the very short video I did with Jennifer yesterday. We got to meet up in Oxford. Jennifer and her husband Eli are over in London, and Oxford's about a 40-minute train ride away from London, so she came here to basically absorb some of the Tolkien energy from Lord of the Rings and J.R.R. Tolkien, who was a lecturer at Oxford University and basically spent a lot of his time in Oxford with C.S. Lewis in a particular pub. And the video that we made yesterday was actually in that pub. It was in the Eagle and Child pub in Oxford that Tolkien used to sit in with C.S. Lewis, and they would get drunk, smoke their pipes and debate the meaning of life, basically. So yeah, I got to spend the day yesterday with Jennifer and Eli, and had a really good time. Showed them around Oxford, and actually they showed me a bit of Oxford because it's been so long since I went to Oxford, purely for the purpose of sort of being a tourist and looking at the buildings. That actually made me fall in love with Oxford a little bit again, because it was just really lovely to see it through Jennifer's eyes, because she was so excited to be there and to absorb that energy. And yeah, it was a really lovely day. We had a really good chat, and we did live Talk to Me Tuesday because we talked for the whole day. When I left them in a big museum. They're called the Ashmolean Museum, when I to come home, so that they could spend their time just walking around the big museum and art gallery in Oxford, and hopefully they had a good time. And I know they're in London for their last day today and then flying home tomorrow, but yeah, I'm really hoping that she had a great time in Oxford. I'm sure she did, and I know they've had a great time in London, and hopefully they'll come back, because there's so much for her to see, and I'd love all of you to come over here and spend some time over here if you wanted to, if England is something you've wanted to do. Yeah, I was saying to Jennifer yesterday that we've got all the Jane Austen things that are outside of London, and the history, the Henry VIII, and I know, Jules, you love the whole history of the War of the Roses and the Henry VIII and all of the history of the kings and queens, and there are so many places here that you could come to, and I could show you around them. Anyway, enough about that. It was a really good day. It was lovely to meet Jennifer in person, and her husband's lovely, and my husband came with me as well, so we actually spent the day together, which was something we haven't done in 7 years since having kids. Just been me and him together, obviously with Jennifer and Eli, but just being ourselves and just genuinely having a good chat and a lot of banter, and yeah, it was a really lovely day. So I'm really pleased that she managed to find time for me, and I got to show her some of the Oxford that she was excited to see. Aside from that, this week I have been doing mostly bits, so I haven't really done much. I have made these little gingerbread houses on my embroidery machine, and I have so far made 3 with a little bit of fairy frost fabric in there that came from Susie, I think, in the last package I won from her. And the idea with these is, where these little holes are, you poke a hole in there and you thread ribbon through, and then they become like a little bunting, little gingerbread house bunting. And I wanted to make mine blue, and I don't know why, but I do love them. I think they're very cute. And the other thing I've been doing with my embroidery machine is making these. These are little Christmas tree pencil toppers. So I've actually got a pencil here, and that one's, there we go. Let's just make a bit of a bigger hole. So I'm making these for the children for their school at Christmas time. I thought they could give them each of their classmates a little Christmas tree pencil topper. They're out of felt, and they're just embroidered little Christmas tree design on them. I have made 8 so far, and I've got to make 60, so that will be a bit of a work in progress. If I get them all done, I might run out of steam and end up just doing them for their friends, because yeah, 60 is a lot to make, and I can only make them 2 at a time because of my embroidery machine. Aside from that, it was my son's birthday at the weekend, so we did a lot of things in the house and didn't really get a chance to do lots of sewing. was hoping to show you a completed quilt top. I'm making my daughter the Big Star Quilts pattern from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and I have them all cut into blocks, half square triangles. I just excuse me, I just need to sew them back together, and I'm struggling a bit with that at the moment because the fabric is all very similar looking, and I managed to sew it the wrong way twice. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, on that note, I am going to go, and I hope you all have a wonderful crafty week. And yeah, be good and be crafty, and I can't wait to see all your videos. See you later. Bye.